My dad's girlfriend tried to prove my 5-year-old secretly loves pink by throwing her a surprise party covered in it, and now the whole family's mad at me for not showing up. Posted by you daughter party throw. My 33F daughter Cleo hates pink. She has disliked the color and almost everything to do with it since she was about 3 or so. She has one pink shirt she likes and one pink stuffed animal, and that's it. My father's partner, Prue, refuses to accept that Cleo doesn't like pink. Over the years, she's made several attempts to push the color onto her. Pretty much every gift she's ever given her was some shade of pink, no matter how many times I tell her to stop. She has tried to give me dozens of different reasons why I should encourage my daughter to try different shades. It clearly upsets Cleo, but Prue keeps doing it. About a week ago, my father invited me, my husband and our children for dinner at his place. He said he and Prue had a surprise for the kids. Right before we left home, my younger sister, who still lives with our father, texted me. She warned me that the surprise was actually a small birthday party Prue had planned for Cleo. That alone threw me off, because my daughter's birthday was in November. My father did miss her actual birthday party due to work, but still. Also, my son turns 9 in March, so I had figured his would be the next party we'd have. Then she sent me photos of how the place was decorated, and it very clearly wasn't actually meant for Cleo. Literally every piece of decor was pink. The tableware, the balloons, everything. She had gotten pink banners and glued pink foil fringe curtains on the doors. Even the cake was pink. I showed everything to my husband, and we agreed not to take the kids there. I texted my father the following. Hey, sister told me everything. We're not coming. We're taking the kids to McDonald's and telling them that was your surprise. You and Prue can come if you want, we're paying. We did exactly that. My father did show up without Prue, but he was cold with us and left 20 minutes after arriving. Both him and Prue are pissed. My father is angry that my husband and I dismissed his partner's heartfelt gesture towards our daughter. Prue also told me that I'm the reason Cleo is restrictive. I also don't like pink, and I'm raising her to be an ungrateful, spoiled brat who is unwilling to compromise. To be honest, I get how I could be in the wrong here. But at the same time, this just felt like Prue trying to push something Cleo doesn't like onto her yet again. My sister and one of my brothers are on my side, though my sister did say I had been rude. My other brother is on the fence. Relevant comments. Commenter, NTA, you handled it well and avoided the worst. Your father is the weakest link here. He should be reeling in Prue's pink obsession, not encouraging it. Op response. My father never understood I didn't like pink either. In his case, I think it was more of a memory thing. He had the habit of getting me the same essentials as my sister, who did like pink. Commenter, downvoted. I'm of similar age to Prue. When I attended school, the girls' bathrooms were blue and the boys' pink. But within a year of me attending school, it changed to pink being for girls. It was incredibly confusing. However, Prue's focus on pink is likely her just trying to be a nana, and no matter the color, she made a real effort to celebrate your daughter. I think half an hour or so wouldn't have hurt. Op response. It absolutely would hurt Cleo. She would have started crying because she hates it when people push pink onto her. She has been frustrated with Prue's attempts to do that for a while now. Commenter, downvoted. Did you ask Cleo what she wanted to do? Op response. You mean did I ask her whether she wanted to attend a birthday party she wouldn't like 2 months after her actual birthday? No. She already gets upset that Prue ignores how much she hates pink. I didn't want to ruin my father's image too. Update 1, 8 days later. Hey guys. I ended up leaving a lot of comments on my ATAG post, many of which say the same things over and over. Because I don't think it will be easy to read them all, and because many of you are quick to make inaccurate assumptions about me and my family, I'm writing this to clarify some things. Cleo and Prue are both fake names. We're not American. Prue is 46 years old. I don't call her my stepmother because she's only 13 years older than me. Also, she's not married to my father, but they've been together for 12 years. I have nothing against her, we're just not close. Cleo's interests are pretty balanced. She likes princesses, cars, robots, and dolls. She loves science and outer space. She does ballet and loves it too. She's the only girl in her ballet class who wears black. Her teacher calls her Black Swan. She's not a girly girl, but I wouldn't call her a tomboy either. She's just a kid who hates pink. Cleo's favorite colors are yellow and blue. Though I understand the assumption Cleo dislikes pink because of me, that's not the case. I hate pink, but I'm not disgusted by it. I wear pink clothing around my children. I occasionally dressed Cleo in pink as a baby. I own pink stuff and buy it for myself. My kids don't know I don't like pink. They've chosen pink gifts for me in the past. According to my son, I love all the colors. my father and Prue know it because I've disliked pink since long before I had children. There's plenty of stuff I hate that my kids like and vice versa. They don't have to care about these things, so I don't tell them. Cleo's more boyish tastes also annoy Prue. Not as much as the pink thing, but enough that my husband and I know. Cleo's birthday party last November was themed after Super Mario Bros., and Prue actually asked me why I was allowing that. Cleo is open about hating pink. She has expressed that to Prue several times, specifically because she keeps pushing it. Both my kids are polite. Whenever Prue gives my daughter something pink, Cleo thanks her. She'll sometimes ask Prue if she can give her something yellow next time, and she doesn't act as excited as she gets when other people give her something she actually likes. But that's it. We let Cleo choose which of her gifts she wants to exchange. She always asks to exchange pink stuff. If it can't be exchanged, she won't play with it or wear it. We either give those away to her friends or donate them to charity. Cleo does have friends who like pink, her best friend loves it, and wouldn't complain if they threw pink parties for themselves. She'd know those aren't about her. But the second you made it about her, then she'd be upset. Cleo would have loathed the party. She would have started crying immediately. She wouldn't have eaten the cake, she wouldn't have had fun. I didn't tell Cleo about the party for a number of reasons. Most importantly, I didn't want her to get upset. I also knew that letting her see it would ruin my father's image in her eyes. Cleo is already upset that Prue doesn't care about what she likes, and I didn't want to get frustrated at her grandfather too. Yes, my daughter does in fact hate pink. Yes, I'm very well aware that might change someday. No, I wouldn't care if it did. I think that's all I wanted to say here. Feel free to ask me any other questions you may have. Update 2, same day as Update 1. First of all, I apologized to my sister a few hours after I made my original post. I am very grateful for what she did, but I'll do my best to keep her away from these conflicts moving forward. Thank you to those who defended her. Secondly, I went through your comments with my husband, and our main takeaway was that we did what we had to do to protect Cleo, even if it wasn't what we do in most circumstances. Had either of us been surprised with a party decorated with something we openly hated, we would have sucked it up and ignored it. It sucks, but we're adults and it comes with the territory. Cleo, however, is 5 years old. She wouldn't deal with this the same way, nor would we expect her to. Knowing my daughter, she would have been miserable at the party. So ultimately, we don't regret not taking her there. On Saturday, we took the kids to spend the afternoon at my brother's place with their cousins. In the meantime, we invited my father and Prue over to talk. My husband and I told them we wanted them to abide by the following. 1. No more surprise parties without our knowledge and approval. 2. No more pushing the color pink onto Cleo, including pink gifts. And 3. No more calling our children spoiled for being allowed to dislike something. If they didn't agree to our terms, we would no longer take the kids to their place, and there would be a good chance we'd lower our contact with them in the future. Prue didn't say anything at first. My father tried to argue that we should at least thank her for the party, but I said no. I told them the problem wasn't that Prue threw a party for my daughter that was dedicated to her own interests. It was that she specifically chose something she knows my daughter hates and centered everything around it. We wouldn't thank her and we wouldn't apologize. That's when Prue chimed in. She tried to tell us we were raising our daughter to be a brat again, so I asked, "Why are you so insistent on pink?" She didn't answer at first, but then said she knew Cleo did love pink, she just didn't know it yet. And to that I asked, "Would you be this pushy if it was about any other color?" Prue tried to say that didn't matter, but when my husband asked her if she'd care if Cleo hated blue, she said, "She doesn't need to like blue." He replied that she didn't need to like pink either. He told Prue that she had no right to decide what Cleo should and shouldn't like. Cleo hates pink, and if she can't be an adult and respect that, then she doesn't need to be around our children. In the end, my father and Prue agreed to our terms. I'm not confident about her, but I did speak to my father. I said I know that he has a hard time saying no to Prue, but he will ruin his relationship with me and my children if he keeps enabling his partner. My father promised he wouldn't let this happen again. I hope this works out. Cleo is a great kid, and I hope my father and Prue can finally start seeing that. Thank you all for everything. Relevant comments. Commenter, narrator, it was in fact not over. Op response, oh yeah, I don't trust her at all. I've already warned my father what will happen if he doesn't stand up to her, but I wouldn't be surprised if Prue tried something again. At least my siblings are on my side. Commenter 2, there's no way Prue is dropping this. To even throw the party in the first place shows that she cares not for Cleo's feelings, but only for herself, as she basically showed with throwing the party in the first place. Op response, I don't think she's dropping it either. My sister told me that from what she saw, the party was entirely Prue's idea. When she started getting pink stuff for the decorations, Both my sister and my father tried to remind her Cleo didn't like pink. Prue barely acknowledged them, and my father eventually stopped arguing, which was why my sister sent me the pictures. Commenter 3, your father is enabling her behavior. You need to tell him that your daughter's wants and needs take precedence over that of a grown woman with selective hearing. Op response, I wouldn't be surprised if we had to either stop visiting or lower contact with them in the near future. I don't trust my father as much as I wish I did, but I've warned him. If he cares about what his granddaughter thinks of him, he will listen. If not, we will learn. Commenter 4, I wouldn't allow my daughter to be alone with her. Who knows what venom she could spew in her ear. No one will like you if you like blue and space. People only like proper girls. What you want like doesn't matter. When a grown-up wants you to do something, you have to do it, otherwise you're a bad girl. The damage could be real. Op response, I don't trust Prue to babysit for a number of reasons, but that's exactly what I'm worried about. Update 3, 8 months later. Hey guys. I wasn't planning on coming back, but stuff happened recently, and I remembered writing my previous posts. Things with Prue were mostly fine the months after my last post. On one hand, she didn't try to push pink onto Cleo in any way. No pink gifts, no preaching, no weirdly timed parties. On the other hand, Prue didn't change much about the rest of her behavior. She was still annoyed whenever my daughter's non-girly tastes were mentioned. She wouldn't say anything, but I could see she was making an effort not to. Cleo didn't seem to notice it or be bothered by it. I don't have much to say about my father's behavior, but I will say we didn't have any problems related to this. Anyway, Cleo's 6th birthday is coming up in early November. Her best friend's birthday is about 2 weeks before hers, and we're doing a joint party for them near the end of this month. The girls have both become obsessed with the Wicked movie this past year, so they've decided that will be the theme. We're also looking into taking them to see the musical sometime between their birthdays. The girls are very excited. Last month, we had dinner with my father, and Cleo started talking about the party. Prue was happy about the theme until Cleo mentioned she's going to wear an Elphaba costume and her friend will dress as Glinda. The kids eventually shifted the subject, and Prue didn't say anything else about the party. I got a text message from Prue later that night. It was long and not in English, so here are some bullet points. She's been holding a lot in these last few months. I'm influencing my daughter, and raising her to be a tomboy isn't as cool as I think. Cleo is obviously confused, and it's my fault. It's embarrassing that I won't let my daughter be special on her birthday. It's bad that my husband lets Cleo watch F1 with him. Why she felt the need to bring that up is beyond me. It's sad that I won't let my daughter be herself, which I found very funny. I'm failing my daughter. She wasn't going to say anything but couldn't help herself. The text solidified everything I already thought about Prue. She won't drop this, and she won't change. And I don't want to keep putting my daughter around someone who won't respect her for who she is. Both me and my husband blocked Prue the next day. I sent my father a screenshot of her text and told him we're lowering our contact with her. We'll only see her during family events. That means the only other time we'll see her this year is Christmas Eve. He can still see the kids without her. And if she tries to pull anything in front of the kids, we're cutting ties permanently. A few hours later, my father asked, I can't get you to change your mind, can I? I told him no, and he said he agreed. I told my siblings everything. My sister is moving in with her boyfriend in January, so I'm not too worried about her getting mixed up in this any further, but I told her to let me know if anything happened. So far, all she's had to say is that Prue has been telling her she wants to apologize to me. I don't care whether she does anymore. Also, Cleo found a type of pink she likes. It's a deep magenta, she calls it purple pink. She still hates every other shade, but it's something. And because of the theme, there is going to be a lot of pink at her birthday party, even if it's not her half. Both my children are doing great, and I grow prouder of them every day. I have zero intention of updating again. I have a lot going on in my life right now, and just thinking about the fact all this happened because a grown woman couldn't, except that my child hates a color exhausts me. I'm more than happy to stop talking about this. Once again, thank you for everything. Relevant comments. Commenter, my favorite color is pink and I like Elphaba more. Prue is insane and your daughter sounds like she's doing great. Awesome job, Mom. Op response, Cleo actually likes both, but she loves Elphaba. She didn't like Glinda until she stopped being mean. Commenter 2, yeah, I didn't like Glinda either until she got a shot of character development. Hoping to see more of that in the second film. Not to mention, it's concerning how Prue threw a fit because your kid likes Elphaba. Op response, my best guess is that she was upset my daughter specifically chose the character who doesn't wear pink as her favorite. As if she wasn't well aware Cleo hated pink. Parenting, we always try to be as supportive of our kids as possible. My son is into sci-fi, but he's also been getting interested in film and theater lately. Cleo loves ballet and currently wants to be an astronaut when she grows up. And I do have to say I know very little about F1, but Cleo loves watching it with her dad. Commenter 3. Prue's issues are deeply rooted in misogyny and traditional gender roles. She just won't say that bit out loud. Op response, she doesn't have to say it out loud, it's always been pretty obvious. Her reaction to Cleo's 5th birthday party being themed after Super Mario Bros. Will never not annoy me. Commenter 4. Is Prue generally socially conservative? Something about this story feels like she's scared you're turning her gay, or some similar paranoid conspiracy religious right bullshit. Op response. She is religious and leans mostly conservative, but I'm not sure that's what this is about. I have 2 close relatives who are LGBTQ+, and she's on good terms with both. I think she's just upset my daughter is not the girl she wants her to be.